And then, the people are basically begging for Trump. I mean, you could see it now. They're dancing in the street in Iran. They're thanking and praising Trump, saying, thank you for, praising God too, but obviously, but especially if they're Christians, but even the ones that aren't are, just so sick of that regime are thanking Trump. Maybe not so much Netanyahu because they also do have issue with Netanyahu, but they're thanking Trump for taking action and taking out that regime so that they have a chance, a fighting chance to come back, rebuild their country, and make it the way it was back in the 60s and 50s and 40s when Iran was a beautiful, amazing place that was thriving. People used to go visit there, celebrities, America used to go there. There's a lot of interesting times and things that were going on in that part of the world for a very long time, up until the 70s and stuff, when things changed there, when the regime got toppled, and this Islamic theocracy came into place. And so this will be a good thing long term, because it'll actually be a better thing for not only the Jewish people over there that are in Israel, but for the Christians as well that want to live in and be in the Middle Eastern part of the world, which is where a lot of those roots came from. But they will finally be a little bit more free to do so. And so a lot of people, on the internet are saying that, this is like some secret plan by Israel and America to conquer the Middle East and make it this, whatever they're saying, because there's a lot of anti-Israel hate on the internet right now. And there's a lot of, I won't say it's, the other word, because I'm not into that stuff, but I'll say there's a lot of hate for specific, cultures and religions. And there you do see that a lot on the left, where they're against the Jewish people and against the Christians, but they're saying the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and they're siding with the Muslims when they don't even believe in that themselves. They're just going with the side that is the enemy of their enemy. And so that's not good, because they don't know the history. They don't know what went on there. A long time ago, that whole area used to be the Ottoman Empire. It was conquered a very long time ago. And from the 1500s up until the early 1900s with World War I, it was the Ottoman Empire, and it was it was run by the Turks. It was really not a great place. They finally had major regime change when the Ottoman Empire fell in the early 1900s. Obviously Great Britain didn't do the right things. There's a lot there with that history. The Middle East was transformed a lot by what had happened when the Ottoman Empire fell. And so things were going good for a while. And then it wasn't until 1948 when, Israel became a nation again in the Middle East. And this is what goes back to the whole Israel-Palestine war thing, is, they were sold a couple of lies from Great Britain, and then just decided to, take that out on everybody because they wanted what they wanted and they were unhappy with the results of everything.